It is actually ridiculous how much respect the world has lost for itself. When you walk out on the street today and you see all these people who still wear their pajamas, who are still wearing their flip-flops or Crocs or whatever, and they're still in their sandals and they have no self-respect for the environment they're in. And it is more a sense of, why can't you take care of yourself and wear something proper and respectful in this either professional environment or in this open environment? Everybody can buy something. Because when you go to a supermarket, you see somebody in pajamas, or when you go to university and you see somebody in flip-flops and like a loose shirt, loose pants, not really any professional clothing, right? I mean, here I'm talking like shirtless. That's the point of the video. It's a persona for the video. But I'm talking whenever I go visit university, I wear proper, respectful clothes. And it annoys me. It absolutely annoys me. Whenever I see somebody at the gym with sandals, somebody at the university with sandals, their toes hanging out, or somebody who's wearing extremely short shorts, male or female, there has to be a limit to what you're wearing. There's no care for yourself. And when there's no care for yourself, the environment degrades, the society degrades. Imagine when you walk into university, everybody's dressed up in very professional or classical clothing, suits, or at least business-like clothing, or smart clothing, dressed smartly, intelligently. Versus when you walk into a classroom, everybody's wearing pajamas and clothes that don't match the season slash the fashion trend of the time, I guess. Just clothes that are just so mishmashed for the type of place you're in. Imagine if you went to an office job, right? You're working an office job. You're grueling every day, and then every day you walk in, somebody comes in with the most non-business-like attire, non-office job attire. Instead of wearing a suit, you go on to wear sweatpants, a white shirt, or a wife beater, and you move in. You get kicked instantly. But since the standard to which we hold ourselves has decreased so much, we don't care anymore. Nobody cares anymore. When you look back at old footage from the old Arabs, the old Turks that lived in Istanbul, the old Germans that lived in Berlin, the old Japanese that lived in 1900s Japan, the Chinese that lived in Nanjing, Beijing, Shanghai, all these cities. When you see all these cities around you, back then, when they were all dressed so properly, so fashionably, and everything was clean, everything was made with a passion, because at that point everybody had known we're humans. We're all religious, or at least some sort of belief in humanity, and we truly respect our surroundings and care for ourselves. When you see how men were dressed back then, extremely professional, extremely classy, no unprofessional clothing. Everybody was wearing professional sort of clothing. Everybody had a suit on, or everybody had traditional clothing of that country. If you see how people were on trains and on planes with suits, with business-like attire, classical attire, traditional attire, you felt that there was a different thing back then. It was different to these people. They were dressed respectably, and they truly cared for themselves and the environment around them. It was much cleaner, no littering. Everybody looked well-spoken, well-educated. But then, if I showed you a video of somebody shopping through any store today, any mall, anything like that, they're all dressed so, like, informal. Like, okay, you're not supposed to be dressed in a suit in a mall, but at the very least you have the very low sense of respect, the very bottom dignity you have to at least come in something besides a pajama and sandals and socks. Because you're surrounded by people and you give off your own respect. People are gonna look at you, they're gonna think, okay, I see this person here. He doesn't care for himself. I'm not gonna put him in high regard. I'm not gonna care for him. I'm not sure you're walking by somebody you never know, you're never gonna see them again. But at the end of the day, even if that point does not appeal to you, it is self-respect. Do you really care about yourself? If you're going out every day wearing pajamas and you're never wearing your shoes, never wearing any proper shoes, mind you, right? Always wearing sandals, socks. Some people are not even caring for their attire at all. Some people even lack basic hygiene. Some people have saggy clothes where you can see their boxers out. What happened to the normal signs of respect you show yourself, and you can put out an image for the people around you? But no one cares anymore. Same thing with craft and passion and skills and whatever people want to acquire. Everybody has become much more lazy and docile. Now they procrastinate. Nobody has any respect for themselves, respect for the people around them, respect in a loving marriage, in whatever. You need a respectable attire, respectable fashion for your gym, for your hangouts, for your meetings, for your school/university/job, for whatever you're doing. You need a respectable attire. And of course, I understand if you cannot afford new clothes, right? And of course you have a case. But if you're coming to university or an office job, or if I see you shopping, you at least have some money to make some sort of maneuver around in your life. You can't tell me you're always dressed informally. No respect for yourself. I mean, you don't have any respect for yourself. Everybody starts bringing themselves down. They don't care as much as you. And they stop caring at all. And now society becomes degraded. Nobody cares anymore. What's going to happen from then on? If everywhere is dirty, nobody cares about the ground around, everybody's littering, everybody's dressed badly, then what's going to happen? You're going to get a society, a community, a tribe of people that lack the very basics of self-respect, the very basics of self-care. You're going to get the most docile men as of date, the most unrespectable woman as of date, and your entire society, your entire human biosphere, economy, everything is going to collapse with it. When there's nobody trying to make the world a better place and nobody's caring for them, for themselves and the others around them, the only people that are in power are people who bothered to make it up there. And nine times out of 10, people who make it into power are not good people. You can make a change. In a couple of months, you can radically change your life. And in 2 weeks, you can change your personal life. In a day, you can make a change to your own mental state, your mentality. In a couple of seconds, you can make a change to your environment. But people won't even take a minute out of their day to dress up properly so they can go outside. Don't become like the average man you see around you, the woman you see around you. You need to be proud of your attire, go out professionally. Even if you're just doing a simple thing as shopping, you're out there for 2 hours where you're seen by everyone and you're out there yourself. You are out there physically shopping. You just have the very basics of self-respect to what you're wearing. Why is everybody wearing pajamas in supermarkets? Care for yourself, care for others. But whenever you tell somebody to care for others, they look at you like you're saying something crazy, like, why would you be wearing something slightly professional to a supermarket? Who cares if you're in university or you're wearing sandals? It's about you. Do you care enough about yourself that you're wearing shoes and proper pants and shirt and jacket and whatever in your university or in your job? That's why dress codes are implemented in jobs, because they want the standardization of people. But if everybody's dressing unrespectfully when they have the freedom, what's the point of the freedom? Comfort challenge. When you go out, take note of all the people who are wearing unprofessional attire, wearing flip-flops and sandals, out in the street, out in supermarkets, stores, shops, whatever, and just take a mental note and compare it to yourself. You see all these people that are not dressed like they care about themselves, because they truly do lack self-care. Some people really do lack self-care and self-respect. Think to yourself, am I like these people? Am I better off or worse off than these people who even lack the basics of self-respect? Am I? Just think about it. Take care.